Okay, I'm getting a few comments that says I'm looking real tired. And this whole entire channel has been more me trying to share some information that I've had from the perspective of more of making a diary. This is like my own personal diary, that if I just talk about the things that I like talking about, sharing, and information of how it helps me, then maybe other people will get it too. And even though you know this information, it is a challenge to practice it in your own life. So I thought I'd make a video to sort of explain why I'm extremely tired right now. Probably got cancer right now. I can really, really feel what's inside my body right now. And I've said a few times that this smoking addiction is definitely killing me. And I really, really do have to quit smoking if I want to save my life. I haven't gone to a doctor. I don't believe in doctors. It's like as soon as I get that label, then I'll be attached to it. But I can feel the pain. I can feel my lungs. I can feel totally wiped out. I can feel the inside of my body just totally deteriorating. And yet I still go for that smoke. So it's what's causing that. And I've shared that I've had a very abusive divorce. A lot of misinformation was told about me. When I gave up my fight, because you cannot survive in this world by doing the right thing. You have to be a criminal of some kind to be able to be successful in this world. And it's just something that I refuse to do, which creates the poverty that I'm living in, because I'm not as corrupt as those that are trying to affect my life. And the pain that I can't seem to overcome right now is coming from one of my sons. He doesn't receive information. I've had him tested when he was a child, that you pretty much have to treat him like he's deaf, because he cannot receive information, and yet he can process information extremely fast. So he has, gone through a lot of pain through this abusive divorce, and was stuck in a lot of anger and frustration. And while stuck in that mindset, you're going to access wrong information all the time. And this is a child whose father used to yell at him all the time, not have any connection with his father whatsoever, and he was desperate for that connection with his father. So I overcompensated, and I tried to really make sure his life was happy. He was really into mountain biking, and it's an expensive sport, and I didn't have any money, but I sacrificed. I did everything I possibly could to make sure that he had the bike that made him happy. He would just, come on, Mom, let's go to the store and go sit on a bike. And it was like, where we lived, it was a 2-hour drive to go to the store that he wanted to just go and sit on a bike. So it's like I had to drop everything I was doing, and would drive 2 hours there just for him to sit on a bike for an hour, and then drive 2 hours back home. This is a kid that, when I had no money, and I put him on my insurance when he was 16, I could get a car. Within 2 minutes of getting his license in his car, he ended up getting a traffic ticket. But I still kept him on my insurance. I did everything I could to make sure that kid was happy. And now this kid tells me that I'm a really, really horrible person. I don't know where he gets his stories from, but he does get his stories. And they're just stories. They're not true. And that is the pain that I deal with, is after you give somebody this much love, it feels like they're stabbing you in the back. And when you love your children as much as I do, and you see that all they want to do is stab you in the back after everything that you've done for them, it's a pain that's unbearable. It's so hard to overcome. And this Christmas, my daughter flew out. Her father paid for a ticket for her to fly out here. Her father, for some reason, just moved where I live, moved to a totally different province, into the town that I live in, for some odd reason, and paid for a flight for my daughter to come out here. And my birthday was on the 24th, and they only allowed her to come and see me for a couple of hours. They wouldn't allow her to spend the day with me. They tried everything to get her not to even spend any time. Don't spend any time with your mother. She'll wreck your holidays. She'll do this. She'll do that. You know, a whole pile of lies. And that's extremely painful. Kind of makes you want to go for a cigarette. It kind of makes you lose that will to live in a world where you do something nice and people will say bad things about you. And when it's your own kids, it's a really, really painful thing. It's a really, really hard thing to overcome. It's almost like when the whole system collapsed on me, it's like I had broken legs. And it's like I've been holding everybody else's legs up when they needed me. But then when my legs were broken, nobody was there to hold me up. And that's painful when you see that it's your own family that does it to you. That's why I had to go and find the answers that I did to try and understand what's going on. And somehow I have to have that will to live. In the bigger picture, my kids are learning lies about me from our social structures. The only hope I have is to change our social structures, change the way we view and judge each other, change the way we treat family, overcome some of our challenges. If we don't set up a system or a structure that supports family to actually support family, this will never change. So that's why I go in this direction, is more, we need to change the way we live, because it was our court systems that made my kids believe what they believe. It's our media systems. Everything that's in place right now is designed to split family up. So that's why the only hope I see is, like, every day go up and try and share information so that we can change our systems, because that will influence a change within my own family dynamic. So that's where the pain is that I need to overcome. Somehow I have to distance myself from that pain, and that's a tough one. That's a tough one for me to overcome. When you know your kids, after giving everything, your life, sacrificing for their happiness, and know that they don't really give a shit whether you're dead or not. They'd rather believe people that would take advantage of them than to believe people that are actually giving them what they want and what they love. They'd rather believe somebody that would suck everything out of them, use them. So that's the pain I'm dealing with. Somehow I've got to overcome that and quit this damn smoking, because it is killing me. And I know it's killing me. But it's really hard to overcome that level of pain. And, the be tough and love from everybody else. Those are words. It doesn't change our social structure. It's like spread the information to as many people as you can. Change our social structures, change our court systems, change our medium systems, change our government systems. Because it can no longer be just cope and deal. It's got to be a transformation. We have to change the way we are. I know at the end of the day that if this wasn't happening, I wouldn't know the information I have. If everything was perfect in my own family, then I wouldn't be out here talking. I wouldn't be out here sharing any information. So it's almost like it was meant to be. But it's, can I be strong enough? And I ain't that strong. I'm just as weak as everybody else is. And it's like we need to hold each other up, not tear each other down, because you cannot change your own self without having a support system there to help you in that process. One person cannot be strong enough. You need family, you need friends. We're social beings. So to just say, oh, be tough, and or we love you, and just quit smoking, or just sorry, that doesn't work. I need to see that sharing of love, that love in action, that actual stand up and change something within your system. Be the solution. That helps. That gets me, oh, okay, life is worth living now. We all have to make life worth living for each other, or else we're just destroying. And then what's the point? If we're just going to destroy our planet, does it really make any difference what I do to myself? If we're all going to be participating in destroying each other, I don't want to live in that type of world. So anyways, there's my struggle. That's why I'm exhausted. Whatever is going on in my body can be changed instantly. Yes, I need to eat better food, but guess what? Kind of hard to get better food these days. There's so many different things that are causing this, that I know I need what's better, but it's like everything's got to change in order to change me. I can't, it's like if you're going to put toxic poison in the air, it doesn't matter what I put in my own lungs. If it's like, it's in the friggin' air, you got to control what we do to the air. So anyways, that's what's going on with me. Peace out.